Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. Tomorrow, AT&T is hosting their earnings call. So in today's video, I wanted to make this video about what's next for AT&T for the remainder of this year and going into 2020. So the numbers that are estimated, these are just estimates, are again going to be a mixed bag for AT&T tomorrow, supposedly, according to these numbers. On the TV side, the traditional TV side, AT&T is looking at losing between 600 to 800,000 customers. After most of those customers get off of their promotional period, they're looking at cutting the cord, and those customers are more likely to do so. So AT&T has been expecting those losses for some time now, and they also lost that many similar last quarter, and that includes the TV traditional side and DirecTV Now included in those numbers. So that was to be expected, but I think their purchases, their bigger mergers and purchases are going to pay off starting next year with their HBO Max app that their streaming service that they're going to use to target Netflix customers, I'm sure. And it's just overall a much better buy, in my opinion. Currently, I use DC Universe. I have the streaming services. I pay about $9 a month for it. So if they price it, I don't have the accurate pricing yet, but if they price it at $14.99 or maybe even $15.99 with all the other included content such as the HBO and all the other content, I will leave a link in the description down below so you guys can check it out. I think, in my opinion, it's a better buy. If I'm paying $9 for the DC Universe, which I'm sure most of you know doesn't have that much content currently, for the $14 or $15.99, I would get much more content than just the few shows that DC Universe currently has. So also, this article is saying that on the wireless side, AT&T is going to take less losses compared to last quarter. They lost about 73,000 customers. This quarter, according to estimates, only about 19,000, which is a huge improvement. AT&T's network is getting better. We're having the first net rollout. We're having a lot of capacity upgrades, small cells. We're heading into 5G. So AT&T is investing aggressively, and it shows on less churn and less customers leaving. So again, I'm going to make a video tomorrow. The numbers are going to be official early in the morning, so I will make that video. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about what's next for AT&T. So going into the second half of the year, we're going to see a huge improvement on coverage. Right now, AT&T is really trying to catch Verizon. They're targeting their coverage with this FirstNet deployment that's going to happen. It really woke up AT&T. The investment is there, so they're going to push coverage through all 50 states, and they're going to try to catch Verizon on square miles of LTE. Will it happen by the end of this year? Kind of tough to say. But as we head into 2020, maybe even 2021, AT&T is going to get closer on doing so. Also, as I mentioned already, the streaming services, the bigger purchases, the merger that AT&T paid for is going to pay off in the long run. I think this is a long-term game for AT&T. But I think they need to cut ties with the traditional TV side and just go off pure streaming, in my opinion. The HBO streaming services is going to be a huge deal starting next year if marketed correctly. I think AT&T invests heavy on marketing. They market this correctly, price it correctly. I think the sweet spot is $14.99. I've seen that, around on articles. I think they price it at $14.99. They market this correctly. I think it could have a huge success. Also, they need to make improvements on the DirecTV Now. A lot of people are getting rid of it. They're not liking it. There's a bigger competitor out there in that space called YouTube TV. They're saying their interface is much more user-friendly, better content, better quality. So AT&T has to work on that to get the customer to like and enjoy the application. So For the rest of this year, as I mentioned, FirstNet is going to be a huge priority, probably the most priority out of anything. Going into 2020, we're going to see a lot of 5G deployments nationwide, more small cells, more millimeter wave incorporated. We're going to see more devices be able to make use of 5G, such as the iPhone, at the end of 2020. So definitely exciting times ahead for AT&T, but they are going to have to make, if this merger is approved, we're going to know supposedly by Thursday. If the Sprint and T-Mobile merger is approved and they carry over that Un-carrier initiative, AT&T is going to have to make more user-friendly moves and change some of the policies around to get and keep the customer and keep churn low and have customers remain loyal to AT&T. Because right now it's really gotten to the point where a lot of switching is happening. As I've told you guys, when I first started, I still have contacts within AT&T, pretty much all the carriers from my Radio Shack days. I still know certain reps that have now moved up higher within the companies. And customers are switching nowadays. You know, if they feel like the price is too high, they're going to switch and look for other carriers. It's just that quick. Hey, I'm going to go to T-Mobile. You're charging me more now after this year. Your admin fees are getting too high. Whatever the case may be, they're going shopping, and some are even looking at prepaid. If I think there was a video that I made a while back where I said that if the postpaid plans get too high going into 5G, as the carriers are trying to monetize, 5G is just more expensive all around, and the consumer just has to realize that at some point. And as the carriers are trying to monetize, it could, you know, push the consumer over to prepaid more and more over time. So, like I said, I just wanted to make these few points. What's next for AT&T? I'll make that for all the other carriers. But from an overall business standpoint right now, AT&T is still going to make the most profits. Their ARPU is going to be high. Sometimes I think they actually hope that some of these lower end customers are leaving, and that the customers that want to stay after that year, that promotional year, to increase the ARPU and the profits. So definitely this is the direction that AT&T is headed. More premium, keep the premium customer, increase ARPU, increase the profits, and just offer a all-around better product, comparing that to the competition. So definitely stay tuned to the channel. Like I said, tomorrow the earnings call is going to come out, and I'm going to make a video about that. If you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload content. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.